Hello, welcome to Mr. Thomas's Functional Skills class. Today's lesson is going to be over the water cycle. The objectives for today are that students are going to be able to recognize that most of the Earth's water makes up the ocean. Describe how drops of water move in an ongoing cycle through the processes of evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Identify ways in which humans benefit from the water cycle. Explain why humans have tended to settle near sources of water, and summarize the importance of preserving the ocean and its water. So let's start by looking at where the Earth's water is. Most of the Earth's water makes up the ocean, this light blue area in the map. The ocean contains 97% of the Earth's water. Most of it's been on Earth since it first formed more than 4 billion years ago. And this water is in constant motion, evaporating into the air, condensing, and precipitating onto land, then traveling back to the ocean, where the never-ending water cycle begins again. So here's some graphs over the distribution of the Earth's water. You see that the total amount of water on Earth here is made up by 96.5% oceans, and then the rest is fresh water. This fresh water can be seen as groundwater, and then from water of the glaciers and the ice caps. And then our surface water here, which only makes up 1.3% of all of the Earth's water, is in the form of lakes, ice and snow, and then some other water that's, in the soil and swamps, rivers, and other places that would contain some water. So some of the terms that we're going to be going over for the water cycle are vapor, which is a visible liquid suspended in the air, which could usually be seen as fog. And then evaporation is a process by which liquid water becomes water vapor. Then condensation is the process by which water vapor becomes liquid. And precipitation is all forms in which water falls to the earth from the atmosphere. So the water on Earth, this first stage we'll go over is evaporation. And this is when the sun hits the surface of the ocean, and it causes the liquid water to turn into a water vapor, making it a part of the air. The second stage, the water vapor begins to cool and form back into water droplets. And this is known as condensation. So this cool air rises, and it continues to form more and more droplets, which then we see in the sky as being clouds. Now in the third stage, precipitation happens. With all these clouds forming during condensation and the air continues to cool, more and more droplets of water fill the clouds, and they continue to combine and form very heavy droplets, which eventually fall down to the ground on Earth as rain, and if it's cold it could be in the form of hail, sleet, or snow. So the rain, snow, and other precipitation that falls onto the earth will eventually find its way back to the ocean. So this water can run underground in the form of groundwater, and it'll then collect and flow in lakes and rivers, which go back into the ocean. Then this process can be very quick, or it can even take thousands of years. So some water sources close to us are, here's the Sac River watershed, and 80% of our drinking water in Springfield comes from surface waters like these lakes and rivers that we can see here on the map. Now we're going to discuss how we benefit from water. Our bodies are made up of about 70% water, and it's essential to our survival. It's required for us to be able to digest and absorb food. It helps regulate our temperature, our circulation, and it carries nutrients and oxygen to cells in our bloodstreams, and also removes toxins from our kidneys. So in the United States, in 2005, we used about 328 billion gallons of water per day. And we're doing this because we need the water in order to drink and use the water to water our crops and to order to feed the animals that we're later going to butcher and eat. Water also helps with different health conditions like exhaustion, constipation, asthma, headaches, diabetes, heartburn, high blood pressure, joint and muscle pain, immune diseases, and depression. So in order to benefit from this water, we're supposed to drink half of our body weight in ounces of water per day. So if a person weighs 170 pounds, you should drink 85 ounces of water. We also benefit from water by using hydroelectricity that's created by dams. This provides us with electricity and energy in order to run lights, factories, any type of electricity we may be using. We also use water for sanitation, for cleaning dishes, laundry, washing our hands, using toilets and showers. And we use water to water crops to grow food that we in turn will feed our livestock and ourselves. Water is also used for recreation, for going to swimming pools and water parks. So water scarcity is a problem. It's said that by 2025, as the population continues to increase, 1.8 billion people will live in areas that are scarce of water, and 2/3 of our population is going to be living in water-stressed region. So every year as the population increases, so does the competition for a clean supply of water for us to drink, cook, take baths, and sustain our lives. So in order to conserve water, we should look at things like using low-flow shower heads, faucets and toilets, repairing leaks in any water lines, shortening our shower times, flushing the toilet less, using front-loading laundry machines, using proper size for laundry, use energy-efficient dishwashing machines, and be conscious of pools and watering our lawns. A quarter pounder is worth more than 30 average American showers. So we can slim our water footprint by eating less meat and dairy, or by eating grass-fed over grain-fed meats. By buying local foods. Vegans who don't eat meat or dairy consume nearly 600 gallons less of water per day. We should wash our cars less frequently and buy recycled goods and stick to the essentials. And these are just some of the ways that we can conserve water. So today we learned about the water cycle and how it makes it possible for humans to exist on Earth, and how it continuously occurs in the environment. How we rely on water for many resources in our lives, and how water is becoming scarce, and it's important that we be conscientious of our personal water use and take action and watch the products that we use that require more water. Thanks for listening today.